Hey, it's Jason Capital, and before we get to the shocking truth about money right here in this video, and I share with you the number one thing that all the wealthiest people on the planet know that everyone else doesn't, before we begin, I want to congratulate you on taking a huge first step towards getting the life that you want. This isn't some positive thinking bullshit. This isn't some airy-fairy law of attraction nonsense. This is real. This is really how the real world works and how you truly are going to get the life that you want, because you can start living that life as soon as a week from now. And I know that's a bold statement, so I'm going to prove it to you in this video here. That is my promise to you. And I don't know if you found this video, if you found me from something you saw me on TV, or you saw me talked about on the Joe Rogan podcast, or maybe you saw something about my new book that was mentioned, good book, in Psychology Today magazine. I don't know. What I do know is that you're in the right place, and I don't like to waste any time. I hope you don't either. So there's only one thing we need to discuss before we get right to the truth, and that is this, okay? To me, there is so much more in life than just money. Money is cool. I'm at my 7,000 square foot house in Newport Coast, California. Kobe Bryant lives right over there. This is my pool. There's 2 grottos and 2 waterfalls. It's awesome, right? But there's so much more to life than money, especially for guys, right? I'm gonna get to this in a second, but we're told so much when we're younger that you gotta get money, you gotta get a good job, you gotta make 6 figures, and it's all bullshit, all right? To me, it's not about money, it's about lifestyle, it's about freedom. It's about, honestly, my mission in life is to show 100 million guys how to get what they want, when they want, with who they want, right? That is called total freedom. And if you're one of the people who's like, no, money's the most important thing, I need money, I will work all day, hustle, 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 and it's all about money, 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 more and more and more, and like trying to control people or anything, honestly, I'm not the coach for you. I'm not the guy for you. This is the wrong video for you. So I'm just gonna let you know that up front. I just like to be totally honest about everything that I do, all right? It's a huge value of mine. So that's the first thing. Now, we can begin. And I got a couple notes here if you see me looking. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything for you, because this video is really, really important for me, and I think it's gonna be really, really important for you. So here's the first thing, all right? The truth is that there really are a small handful of people who are absolute magnets to money. I don't mean that in an airy-fairy sense. I don't mean that in law of attraction bullshit. I mean they are actually magnets for money. Money finds them. They don't chase after it. They don't chase after sales. They don't chase after anything. It just comes to them. Opportunities just come to them. Deals just come to them. And as a result of that, they get to do what they want, when they want, with who they want, because they never have to worry about money, okay? And it's not like an unethical thing. It's completely legal. It's completely real. And honestly, people have been using this little secret for thousands of years to become the wealthiest top 1% on the planet, all right? And here's my confession, okay? I have known this for almost 5 years. 5 years ago, I certainly didn't live with Kobe Bryant as my neighbor and drive $150,000 cars and things like that. I was broke. I was living in a basement. I ate 12 bananas a day, because that's all I could afford. I ate 12 bananas and protein shakes. That was all that I ate. And I was down on my luck, and I'm frustrated. I think the system's against me and all that bullshit. You know it. You're surrounded by negativity, and you just want to get away from it, and you can't get motivated. I've been there, okay? And I went from zero, broke, like dead broke. I discovered the secret, and then in 9 months, I was a millionaire. All right, a year after that, I was a multimillionaire. And the money just keeps on adding up, as more importantly, again, the lifestyle keeps getting better. If I wanted to, I could go hop on a private, I could call 4 of my buddies, we could hop on a private jet, and we could go party in Vegas right now. I could take my girlfriend and we could go to Greece and rent a yacht for the week. We can do whatever we want. That's the power of money, right? It's not about controlling people. It's not about politics. It's about freedom. It's about us being happy people. It's about us doing what we want, when we want, with who we want, all right? So what is the secret? Okay, well, here's the big lie that we've all been fed our entire lives, right, since the day we were born. This is really important. You might want to take a deep breath and get ready for this, okay? Parents and teachers have been lying to us our entire lives about the way money works and the way the world works, okay? And it's not their fault. I'm not getting mad at mom and dad. I love my parents. I'm sure you might appreciate your parents. Maybe you didn't, maybe you don't. The point is, they didn't know any better, because they were taught to it by their parents and their parents before them and their parents before them. It is a lie that has been passed down from generation to generation, the same way family values get passed down, right? But the problem is, we've been trained to think so many wrong things about money. I mean, imagine if you were trained, right, that if you want to see the sunrise, you have to go west. right? Well, you would go west every morning looking for the sunrise and you would never find it because you were trained to believe the wrong thing, right? The sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. We know that is a fact of life. But if you're trained to see the wrong thing, you're never gonna get what you want. Like, I'm gonna give you, this is where the light bulbs start to go off for a lot of guys that I've told this to, and I'm curious if it's gonna happen for you too. All right, I want you to see if you can answer these sentences for me, all right? These are things that we were taught about money that is completely wrong, and more importantly, they block us from being the same people who are magnets to money. By the way, those people are called high status people. If you want to know like the lingo, the scientific term, people who are magnets to money are high status. That's it, it's one thing. Anyways, I want to see if you can finish these sentences, these bad beliefs that block us from attracting money, from becoming high status people who just attract money, who are magnets to money and get this type of amazing lifestyle, because you certainly can get it. All right, once you get these beliefs fixed, everything can change. You're driving a car you don't like, a week later you're driving a better car. You're living in an apartment with a roommate who you don't like and it's negativity, or maybe that person smokes weed, or they're an alcoholic, or you can't bring friends over because you're embarrassed. It can all change in a week. It can happen so fast once we fix these. So watch, see if you can finish the sentence for me, all right? Money is the root of all evil, right? Money is the root of all evil. Were you told that? Because I certainly was. And for a long time, it blocked me from being able to attract money, to get the freedom, okay? Here's another one. Money won't make you happy. Right? Money won't make you happy. I was told that. You were probably told that. Imagine if all day long you're trying to like get money, but there's a part of your brain that's saying money won't make you happy. Well, you're probably not going to be super motivated to get money. That's why if you sometimes try to work on a new business or a business idea, or maybe you started a website or a new business opportunity, and you find yourself not being motivated to really like attack it, to go through it like you know you should, like you know you got to work hard for it. Well, because part of your brain is telling you this won't make me happy. Why should I be doing this? And I apologize, by the way, if I talk fast. I get very passionate about this kind of stuff. So anyways, money is the root of all evil. That's not true. Money is the root of all freedom. And when you're free, you're happy. When you're happy, you want to give, you want to help people. Money is the root of helping others, right? And then money won't make you happy. Well, listen, money might not make you happy, but here's two things about money. One, having money certainly solves all the problems that not having money doesn't. That's the first thing. The second thing is freedom is happiness. Okay, we as men, we don't like to be told what to do. Someone tells us to do something, we're like, screw off, I'm gonna do the opposite, just for spite. It's our natural state is to urge. We've been urged for freedom, for you know, that's why like when a running back like blasts through the end zone, he dives in, he spikes the ball, and he celebrates. It's because it's like he broke through the opposition and now he's free. It's a masculine thing to want to be free. Well, we're happy when we're free. We're not happy when we're not. Money is the root of freedom, right? And money will make you free. Money will give you freedom. So that's two. Here's more though, all right? Don't talk about money. I remember when I was a kid, I asked my dad, because we had a neighbor who was a doctor, and I was told doctors make a lot of money, and I asked him, Dad, how much money do you think he makes? My dad goes, don't talk about money. Well, how are you gonna learn about a subject if you can't talk about it? If you can't learn it, you can't master it. You can't master money, you're not gonna attract any, you're not gonna make any. Don't talk about money. Were you told that? I have so many friends that were told that, clients, coaches, students, and I have students in over 100 countries that I coach, all told the same thing. Different languages, different cultures, doesn't matter. We're all taught these things. And here's one more, okay? Good things come to those who wait, right? Good things come to those who wait. Well, I got news for you, okay? Good things do not come to those who wait. Imagine if you go to a bus stop and the bus isn't coming, but you're like, you know what? Good things come to those who wait. But you would just wait, right? I'm waiting. Hey, no good things coming. I'm still stuck here. I need my butt. You would just wait and wait and wait. Good things do not come to those who wait. Good things come to those who, write this down. This is so important. This is the secret to success, okay? Good things come to those who take action. I wish they had taught me good things come to those who take action. I wish they had taught me money will make you happy and free and have the lifestyle, the most important thing, right? And money is the root of all giving. Money is the root of all problem solving. Money is good. If I had been taught these things, I can only imagine how much faster I would have become a millionaire before the age of 24. I'm going to hit it at 18. Right? And it used to make me angry, but now it motivates me because I want you to have the same lifestyle, okay? I want you to be a magnet to money like me. I want you to be high status. All right, and what I'm about to tell you right now, I'm not saying this to brag. I want to show you what's possible, all right? Because I told you my mission in life right now is to make 100 million people high status. All right, and I've already passed 1 million. We're on fire right now. So many people are joining this cause, and I want you to get the same thing and enjoy the same benefit. So I'm not saying this to brag, but like I told you, I live in a 7,000 square foot house in one of the wealthiest counties in the world. Kobe Bryant is my neighbor. I have $150,000 sports cars. I'm sure, people, if they're seeing this video, if they're meeting me for the first time, they'll be like, well, that's bullshit. I don't believe you. Well, all the video guy put in video clips of me like right now. You probably see me driving an Aston Martin, so you know that's mine, okay? I have an amazing life. I have an amazing girlfriend. I've traveled to more than 40 countries in the last 2 years. I fly first class everywhere. I do what I want, when I want, with who I want. The most important thing, right? Freedom, freedom, freedom. I want freedom for you too. I don't want you to be stuck at a job you hate, on a path you don't like, surrounded by negativity with people who only bring you down. And even worse, when you tell them about your dreams or your goals, they shit on you. What kind of friends are those? That's not high status. That's not what high status people do. My students, I have a client who was making $2,000 a month a few months ago, teaching paintball in New Orleans. And today he's making 6 figures. He makes 6 figures every 6 months. He makes 6 figures. He's traveling the world. He went to Brazil. He went to Hong Kong. He went to Paris all in the last month, flying first class, taking his friends, doing what he wants, when he wants, with who he wants, because he flipped the status switch. He cracked the code. He became high status as well, all right? Now, at this point, I would usually urge you to come to one of our live events. We have these packed house, huge seminars that we throw all across America, but they're sold out for several months in advance right now. So what I'm gonna ask you to do right now, at least do this, okay? Click the link right below this video, and I want you to get a copy of my brand new book here, okay? It's $19.95 on Amazon. But when you click the link, you're gonna take you to my next webpage, and you're gonna be able to get this book, 300 pages, teaching you exactly how to become high status, how to flip that switch, and how to become a magnet to money, how to get the freedom and the lifestyle and the relationships, and how to master your emotions and your finances. Everything that you want is in the 300 pages inside this book. So click the link below. It's gonna take you to my webpage, and you're gonna be able to get my brand new book for free. What I'm doing, like I said, my mission in life, 100 million people high status. So I gotta do everything I can, okay? So what I did is right now, just a couple weeks ago, I bought 1,000 copies of the book myself. When you go to the webpage, you're gonna fill out your information, give me your shipping information, and we're going to ship one of these free copies directly to your front door. All I ask, just so I'm totally upfront about everything, is that you help me out with the shipping and handling. It's just $7.95, I think. So click the link, go to the page, get one of the 1,000 free copies that I just bought. We're gonna ship it to you. Okay, just help me out with the shipping and handling. But the book is 100% free. It is my gift to you. It is the most important next step. You took a huge first step by opting in for this video, by getting to this point, by listening to me, by really understanding these things that you need to become one of the select few people in the world who are absolute magnets to money and success and freedom and opportunity and just total utter prosperity in life, where you're happy and you're excited and you're surrounded by great people all of the time. So click the link below and get one of my new books for free. And like I said, we only have 1,000 copies, so guys have been jumping on this kind of like wildfire. So we only have, I think, a couple hundred copies left. I don't want you to miss this. I don't know when it's going to happen again. So click that link below and go to the website, and let me ship this brand new book to you, and let's get you start living the first class freedom lifestyle that you want, right? The high status lifestyle, okay? The life where you get what you want, when you want, with who you want. It's not hard, it doesn't take long, and it's just one thing that you need to know, and I'm gonna show you right here in this brand new book. All right, so let's see if I had any other notes on this list. Well, I have one thing actually. Here's the last thing I want you to know, okay? We all have this, thank you, it's for later. But we all have this thing in our lives, this belief that we have that when we hear something great, a lot of people immediately think it can't be true, right? Because another thing our parents taught us when we were young is don't get your, what they say, don't get your hopes up, right? Don't get your hopes up. Well, one of the most important human emotions that we have, a gift that we've been given, is hope. Right? The belief that we can do better, the belief that we can do more. And if you don't believe that you can do more, then you never will. So if you were taught that, like I was, and it took me years to break that shit out of my mind, and you try not to get hopeful, or you don't get your hopes up, well, I feel for you, I empathize for you, but I don't accept it. Okay, I don't accept you saying you can't do more. I don't accept any of my clients saying they can't get better. I only accept when they tell me, you're right, Jason, I can do this. I can achieve more. I can get more, and I can become more as a man, so I can give more. Not just for myself, but for my friends, maybe my girlfriend, my family, my children, even my grandchildren one day, because I know they're counting on me and I know that I'm capable of it, right? So can they count on you? Can you do this? If it were up to me, the answer would be 100% without a doubt. Yes, you can, but it's not up to me. It's completely up to you. All right, so click that link below, get the brand new book for free, and let's get started giving you the greatest adventure of your life. More importantly, helping you start living the life that you want. Maybe you don't want to drive Aston Martins and live in mansions and go to parties and stuff like that. You might have a totally different vibe on life. Maybe you want to surf in Hawaii, or you want to go to the moon party in Thailand, or you want to drink red wine in the south of France. It doesn't matter. When you have that ticket to freedom, when you're high status, when you're that magnet to money, all of it is utterly, completely possible for you. And I know you don't hear that a lot. I know there's a lot of negativity out there, but I'm telling you right now, you bet on yourself, you take a little action, you take this step right now, then we are most certainly gonna help you get there. And that's me being, as again, honesty, giving truth. One of my highest values, that's as honest as I can possibly be for you. I've done as much as I can to get you there. I need you to take this next step and order the book for free so we can get started. And on that note, I'm gonna drink that green tea that my girlfriend just chopped off. You have a wonderful day. I hope that video was immensely valuable for you like it has been for so many others. Take care. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about the book first before you order, we just put together a video breakdown of exactly what's in the book, what you're going to find, and the step-by-step details of exactly what it's going to do for you. So we're going to play that right now. And by the way, congratulations to the thousands of you who have ordered a brand new copy of my book for free in just the last few days.
One of the top 10 most influential men on the planet.
Incredibly intelligent.
Jason Capital, he is the preeminent expert.
If you're a customer of Jason's, you don't want to let Jason down.
He's been such a gift to all of us.
Jason Capital's status program works.
The status is really important. Jason can help you with that.
That is why I trust
Jason Capital.
Hey, is it really possible for a guy like you to get the life, the money, and the freedom that you want? I'm living proof. The answer is yes, but here's what I see most guys doing with the only life that they get. See, you have literally hundreds, no, thousands of these waiting for you, but they can't wait forever. And every day that you put this off, you're letting someone else just walk over you and take what's rightfully yours. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself feeling like, man, I thought I'd be further ahead in my life by now? Well, if yes, you are not alone. In fact, I just read this recent study suggests that 91% of men like us are never going to get the money, the lifestyle, or the relationships that they want. Can you imagine dying alone, poor, where at the funeral it's like they all walk in and it's like they have nothing, almost nothing to say about you? I was on stage last week and I told 1,000 people they're listening, I said, we are living through the best time in history for you to make more money, get an amazing partner, grow rich and prosperous. But there's one thing actually right here in this book that is the key to unlocking it all. And that's why I'm sharing it with you for free here today. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Jason Capital, but my clients and customers in over 100 countries, they call me America's Honest Success Coach. And I just finished writing this brand new book called Higher Status, which I'm honored to say became a bestseller in its first week. Heavyweight champions, scientists, millionaires, men of all ages are talking and posting about it, encouraging their sons and brothers and friends to get it here on this webpage. And listen, I want you to get my new book for free right now as well. Now, you might be thinking, well, Jason, before I tell you where to ship this book, is there a catch? Well, listen, there's no catch. All right, there's no strings attached. You can start benefiting from this book for free right now. See, I was recognized by the White House as the top 100 entrepreneurs. So, money's not really an issue for me. And I know what it's like when things just aren't really going your way. So I've already bought the book for you, okay? It's yours. It's truly my gift to you. Just help me out with the shipping by simply filling out the form over here while supplies last to let me know where to ship your book so we can rush deliver it to you right now. Now, since there's no catch here, I can tell you why else I'm making this free book offer right here to you today and why I don't want to see you lose out on this. Recently, millions of people listened to the Joe Rogan show as Joe Rogan with his guest, the $50 billion man, right, Dan Pena. They were talking about me and they were amazed that myself, being under the age of 30, could be a self-made millionaire and help so many people at the same time. But what they didn't even really know is I went from zero to millionaire in only 9 months. Imagine the look on their faces if they knew that too, right? But this is the world that we live in today, isn't it? Some people, they don't believe, they actually don't believe that you can get what you want in this life. I think that's crazy. Others, men especially, they no longer believe that they can get the money and the relationships, the happiness and the excitement that they want. You might see a lot of them, right? They put on this brave smile on the outside, but on the inside, they're in pain, they're frustrated, they're fed up with living a life that's just all too average. And trust me, I understand. I know what it's like to want more. I get it. I woke up one day a few years ago completely broke. I couldn't afford my rent. I was confused and I was angry. But just 9 months later, I'd become a millionaire. I'm living the life I'd always dreamed of. With the snap of a finger, I'd had everything that I've ever wanted. So let's talk about you, right? Maybe you feel like your life has just been kind of stolen away from you a little bit, where you feel like everybody else's needs and their desires, well, they've taken priority over your own. Or maybe it feels like other people seem to get the opportunities and they catch, right? They catch all the lucky breaks, but not you. It feels frustrating, like there's nothing you can do about it, where maybe it even feels like you no longer have control over your life, or maybe you just look around, right? And you feel like everyone is just so okay with average and being mediocre, and it makes you want to scream because maybe you don't, right? Maybe you don't know what you want yet. Maybe you do, but you do know if there's one thing in life that you will not settle for, it's getting to the end, looking back and saying, wow, I could have done more. For 11 years, I've been obsessed with what is the difference that truly makes the difference in people's lives, right? What is the one thing that allows certain people to get everything they want, rise from the ashes, right? And become these great men who we all hear about, and they conquer the world and they get what they want, not just for themselves, but for their friends. And then there's others who just no matter what they try or what they do, it never seems to work for them. And the answer is higher status, okay? Through cutting-edge behavioral science, brand new psychological discoveries, and more than a decade of training, leading, and coaching nearly 1 million people myself in over 125 countries. For the first time in decades, we have uncovered a real breakthrough here that is truly unique, and it's truly different than anything you've ever seen. It's simple, it produces results so fast in an instant, and you know what? People have been waiting for something like this for a really long time. That's why I'm so damn excited. So what is higher status? Well, tell me if any of this sounds familiar. Have you ever noticed how for some people things seem to always go his way, but for another guy, no matter what he does or what he tries, he always ends up missing out? Well, what I discovered is that the successful people, right, the winners, they do one thing differently than everybody else. They have what presidents and CEOs and world leaders call the it factor. We've all heard that term before, right? The it factor. I mean, you go out in LA, everyone in Hollywood, everyone's searching for someone with the it factor. Everyone wants it, but what is it? It's this, okay? Right here. In order to be successful, you must sound successful, you must look successful, and you must act successful. All right, that is it. That is exactly what high status is. It helped me, again, go from zero to millionaire in only 9 months. It helped a client of mine quadruple his business in under a year to $100 million. A friend of mine, Dr. David Buss, he's a scientist, used to work at Harvard. We were literally just talking about status, and he said status really might be the best kept success secret of all time, right? So how do you get status? Well, I'll share one of the most famous examples of all time right now. Now, you've heard of John F. Kennedy, right? In 1960, the American public, they got to watch JFK, Richard Nixon compete in the now infamous 1960 presidential debate. Now, stick with me, all right? This was the first time that families would get to see both the candidates kind of compete side to side, and even though Nixon had just been smashing Kennedy in the polls, it all changed that night. As people and newspapers across the country reported the following morning, they said that Nixon just didn't seem like a president, and JFK did, right? But what does that really mean? What really happened? Why did millions of people and families alone in their homes all feel the same way about one person on that night? It's because JFK epitomized high status. Say with me 3 things. He sounded successful, he looked successful, and he acted successful. Therefore, the American public gave him the nod and what he wanted over the low status Richard Nixon. Now, the human brain is wired to choose people of higher status. We have been doing it our entire lives. Our species has been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. And the science shows that this snap judgment, well, it happens in 3 seconds or less. Now, judging people, right? Does that make us bad people? Of course not, right? Scientists at Harvard and the Oxford University in London, they're only discovering right now that this snap judgment is just a part of our brain's functioning, right? It's there to protect us. It wants to tune in who's high status, who's not, right? So it has to know that really quick. And once it can decide that 3 seconds or less, now it knows the answer to the question. Is this someone I'd like to do business with or not? Is this someone I would like to date or not? Is this someone I would like to hire or not? That's why so many people all around the world, who made this book a bestseller, they call high status the single force that gets you everything that you want in life. And if you don't have it, then you'll never get it, right? Most people never discover that this signal is responsible for everything that happens in your life. If you're unaware of it, you go about your life, you're thinking, I have no say in what happens to me. Those people, they get lucky, right? Books and programs work for them, but they don't work for me, right? They get to do what they want, but I'm always reacting to other people, right? I have no control over my life. I have no control over my destiny. When you become high status, it gives you complete and total control. In other words, achieving your biggest goals and doing what you want with your life and getting the life that you want, well, it becomes effortless. Now, I know that might sound too good to be true, but when virtually anyone you meet would say they hire you, they'd invest in your business, they date you, well, you and I both know your entire life would change, and you and I both know that you would take action. So please, claim your free copy of my new book today. Open yourself up to a new technology, a new level of possibility and personal success, because it's not just about you or me. See, people are tired of being tired. The world out there, it's changed, right? The things that make us successful today is not what used to make them successful before. All right, most people are just giving up on themselves. They're waiting for a miracle. I'm going to give you 3 stats right now that may just blow your mind, all right? Americans last year spent $70 billion on lottery tickets. They spent $55 billion less on books. Okay, people are stressed. They're unhappy. More than half of all marriages end in divorce. That means they fail. And they're lost out there. I just saw this other study. Check this out. One study, it showed that the average person will watch more than 5 hours of TV every single day. And even worse, in a follow-up study, when given the choice of watching TV or spending time with dad, 54% of kids chose TV over their dad, right? Emerson said most men lead lives of quiet desperation, but he was limited because it's not just men. Men, women, children, everyone is increasingly leading these lives of quiet desperation, and it's only picking up speed. You see it all around you. Their life is slipping from their grasp, right? It's just slipping out of their hands, yet they don't have the power to stop it. And I refuse to let anyone on my team suffer in silence. I refuse to let anyone fall behind to be any less than they are destined to be. So listen close. If you don't at least take a small action today towards your success, you're at a risk that's far greater than we ever imagined. We now live in a world where not being high status will hurt you, it will frustrate you, and it'll have you spending years going nowhere. That's why the breakthrough success technology shared right here inside this book has literally transformed the lives of thousands of men worldwide, with hundreds more joining us every day. And you are next. See, I'm on a mission right now, okay? And my mission is to get this book in the hands of as many smart, ambitious men as possible and save them from the pain, the frustration, the autopilot lifestyle everyone around you seems to just be running unconsciously on. I know what it's like to feel stressed, to feel frustrated, to feel like you can't get anything to go your way. I know what it's like when you can barely get out of bed in the morning, when you're living paycheck to paycheck. And then, when I discovered high status technology, I became a millionaire in just 9 months. I was only 24 years old. I'm on a mission to show 1 billion men a better way of life, to show 1 billion men what it means to be high status. So not only can they get what they want, when they want, with who they want, and get the life that they want, but so that they can show their friends and their family at what's really possible for them too, right? And all those men on that mission right now, with thousands and thousands more joining every week, they call it the status revolution, right? And I want you on this mission with us. I want you to get what you want, when you want, with who you want in your life as well. All right, I want to make you high status, and that's why I'm giving you this brand new book for free today. All right, I don't want you feeling anymore like the system is rigged against you. It's not. I don't want you feeling frustrated like there's nothing you can do. There's all kinds of things that we can do that I can show you inside the book. Okay, the truth is these opportunities for you are everywhere, but childhood conditioning, it caged so many people into never saying yes. So we miss out on one gold rush after another. Like, did you know Mark Zuckerberg had a roommate at Harvard who said no to starting Facebook with him? That guy would be a billionaire right now. So don't say no, say yes today. Okay, join me and the thousands of other men on Team Capital on their path, getting that high status, changing their life. And let's put you on this mission as well. Okay, high status has helped thousands of men get the money they want, the relationships they want, the body they want, the lifestyle they want, helping them completely take control of their destiny and get their dream life. Imagine you living out your dreams. Think about it. What if your dream life was only a click away, one step away? What would you do? Would you click that button or would you let it walk away from you? So listen, if any of that resonates with you at all, I invite you to get this book today. Okay, I went out and bought 1,000 copies of the book. Now, you could get it on Amazon for $19.95, but again, I went out and bought 1,000 copies of this book because I want to give them away for free to ambitious men. So if you're not ambitious, if you're not an action taker, this is not for you. But if you are, if you do want more, if anything I've said here has flipped a switch in you, a charge in you, if you felt anything, then you owe it to yourself to get this book for free today. Again, just enter your information in the form right here, and we will ship it out to you. And with these 1,000 copies, remember, it is first come, first serve. And if you're wondering if there's some catch here, again, there's no catch. Okay, you just got to help me out with the shipping and the handling. Imagine holding this book in your hands, flipping through, watching your life change with each page. Okay, that's what this book holds for you. All right. And by the way, I didn't mention this, but I want to do something extra special for you actually, okay? Just because I am so grateful for the incredible things that have come into my life since becoming higher status, and to thank you for grabbing your new book today, here's what I'm going to do. I created a brand new video series called The 7 Secrets Only Millionaires Know. And this is the exact 7 things that I did to go from 0 to millionaire in only 9 months. You just follow along with these, and I'm not promising that you're going to become a millionaire in only 9 months, but I am saying that with these 7 things, it can happen a lot faster than you think, right? Imagine going to Vegas and you sit down at the craps table and you know that no matter what, you're going to walk away with more money than you left. You take that deal, wouldn't you? That's exactly what is in this video as well. Plus, there's all kinds of other stuff I'm revealing in there, including how did Donald Trump actually win the election when it seems like most people didn't want him to win. He actually used all kinds of psychological tactics that are pretty incredible that I get kind of jazzed when I'm teaching them, and the guys who hear them, they think they're mind-blowing. So I threw them in that video for you as well. Again, the videos have never been shared anywhere. They're brand new, and we're going to offer them soon for about $300, I think $297. But when you get your new book for free today, I'm going to give you instant access to that complete video series as your bonus for free. Right now, like I tell one of my oldest clients who's 76, I tell him, hey, listen, you're not a kid anymore. All right, Santa Claus is not coming down the chimney with his gifts to change your life. We are men now. We are adults, and we must take action if we are to get the life and build the wealth and have the relationships that we want. So like I said, I've only got 1,000 copies, and it is first come, first serve. So I invite you, just tell me where to ship the book so we can get started right now. You just fill out this form right here if you would. My only request is if you do like what you see, you come see me at one of my events or one of my sold out workshops so that I can have the opportunity to have an even bigger, more profound impact in helping you get your dream life, right? Get the money, the relationships, the happiness, and the freedom that you want, right? I've been so blessed to discover this revolutionary success technology so early on in my life, and I am so pumped to be sending it your way today. So request your free copy now, and we'll get your book right in the mail. This one here, maybe even this one, probably be another copy actually from the warehouse, but we'll get it in the mail to you today so you can get the free book and all your free bonuses right now by filling out this form, helping me out with the shipping and handling, and this book will be on its way to you. I am Jason Capital. Thanks so much for paying attention today. Peace.